What's going on with you guys? It's your boy John Mike from down here at Gospel Multi Tracks, and today we're going to be talking about a series of tracks that we just added called band transitions. And what these are tracks that you can use for those transitional moments in between tracks or the transitional moments just in church, period. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's jump in here to Prime. So I have a few tracks loaded here inside of Prime. And this first one I have is called Call to Worship. And basically you can use this in situations maybe before the service starts. This track is about 10 minutes long. So maybe if you have a countdown going, you can play this at the beginning of service. And it sounds like this. So again, I have control over the volumes of the effects. If I don't like that, or I want less of it or more of it. Same with the pads or the strings when they come in. I'm in complete control of it. I can jump anywhere here. Or maybe I just want strings. For whatever reason, you can build that like that. So that'll play for the duration of the time that you maybe want to call a worship or a worship moment or whatever the case may be. But we also have what we call praise transitions and worship transitions. And these can be used for those high praise moments in church or those deep worship moments in church. I'll give you an example. So let's take a look at the praise transitions.
Stab the 1, 3, 4.
We have the organ here, synth, drums, all in there. We even have a numbers channel that tells you what to play if you're a musician. So to tell you what numbers, listen to it. So it gives you cues all throughout that track of what to play if you're a musician. Even like sections like this. Let's take a listen.
Stack 3, 4, 5.
Gotta love that. Sounds like church.
Stack
I love it.
3, 4, 5.
And then if that moment ends, you jump down here. And now we've kind of cooled down the atmosphere and you can go into worship or whatever the case may be. Nice little moment like that. We also have worship transitions that do pretty much the same thing, but just from a worship standpoint. Take a listen. I'm just going to jump around to some of these different transitions. Like, let's jump here. Jump here. So the way this is set up, you can almost jump any section here and it'll make sense musically. Then I may want to jump back here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in complete control. And then maybe once that worship moment passes in church, just fade it out. And go into your next track. So I'm going to show you how to also use these tracks in conjunction with other tracks, because they work really well when you use them with other tracks as well, just not solo. So we're going to go in here and we're going to hit add song, and I'm going to put in Psalm 62. I'm going to bring that up, and I'm going to take my praise transitions and move them down under the Psalm 62 song. And we're going to make a couple of changes here. I'm going to turn the numbers off because we really won't need them for this. And I'm going to put this song in B flat, just like the song is actually in B flat. So we make sure they're both in the same key. And up here, I'm going to turn on the overlap transition. It's one of our crossfade transitions that we've added in the Prime. So now the transition is on and we're going to go straight. Turn the click off. We're going to go straight over here to the end of this song and let's watch what happens. So you see those moments, you can have a straight transition, because you know there are always moments if you're using tracks with a song and then you're going to another, the song ends and you're going to go to another song. Sometimes those moments in between sounds kind of dry because the tracks that you had in the previous song have dropped out, and it may be just you and a drummer, so now it sounds dry. So you can use band transitions like that to kind of beef up that sound in between songs. So you can be in this moment and you can keep that going. And then once that moment kind of passes and you're ready to go to the next song, you just hit the fade out key and it'll fade those tracks out. And then you can go in to the next song or whatever, just like that. So let's do it one more time just to show you guys how it goes. Let's do something with the worship transitions. So I'm gonna add in another song. We're gonna put in, let's add in, We Lift Your Name. Let's add that in there. We'll do the Shauna Wilson version. It's in the key of D. Take my worship transitions and bring them down here under that. And we're going to do the same thing with the worship transitions. We're going to put them in the key of D, just like We Lift Your Name is. Turn the click off here. Turn on the overlap transition. And let's go to the end of this song and watch what happens. Just like that. And as you can see, it transitions seamlessly, and the worship transition started coming in as the song actually ended. So there was no gap, there was no break in it. And now you're in that moment, that worship moment, and you can kind of keep things going as you go through the track. So that's how you use the band transition tracks that we've created. I hope this video has been a blessing to you. Check out the Prime app. It is free inside of the App Store, free download. Go grab it and go on our site, gospelmultitracks.com, and look for band transitions, and you'll be able to get all of the tracks that we've demoed today. Thanks for watching.